Awesome.
Well, looks like it's pretty close to 5 o'clock. Let's call the meeting to order. Should we pledge allegiance?
Yes.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, for liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Okay, we have a couple changes to the agenda. We're just adding some more bills. There's a check register copy there in front of you, and then an open enrollment application to be added to it. Is there a motion to approve the agenda with those two changes?
I'll make a motion to approve the agenda.
Second?
I'll second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Okay. Anybody at the open forum to speak?
I don't think so.
Okay. Well, we have a very important guest with us tonight.
Yeah.
And Mr. Darwin and Brody.
Yeah. We have two people on Star Awards tonight, and we'll give the first one is Mr. Dave Etherington. Yes. Congratulations, Dave. Congratulations, Dave. Stand up here now. I want to
Now we gotta-
acknowledge why you're up here. Well, I nominate him because I take pride in the work he does. I see him every morning waving, talks to the kids, has a group of kids that he will go across. But there's not very many times that the superintendent gets positive phone calls, but I've received them a couple times with Mr. Etherington. And the one things that the parents and stuff really appreciate is that he will also, not only does he help the kids, get to know the kids and stuff, but like if there's an emergency unit, you know how sometimes the ambulance and stuff, he will help the ambulance or the fire trucks go across, and that is really, or policemen, that is really takes notice of from people in our community and stuff, and I really appreciate that. I just appreciate dedication and the things that he does. He goes above and beyond, and that's good. One of the things that when we first had the middle school was everyone was worried about that intersection. Well, I can tell you right now that intersection is safer now than it ever has been. And a part of it is with Dave and I. Thank you. Appreciate Dave on that. Let's get
Picture.
yeah. There we go. Thank you.
All right.
All right, thanks again.
Thank you,
You
Dave.
bet. Thanks a lot.
Do the kids still call you Officer Dave?
Yes, some of them, the ones that
You have.
knew in our head, yeah, that's
Yeah, you-
Officer Dave, but the other ones are like, who is he? And the kids are telling them, so they're getting,
How long did you run that program?
18 years,
Awesome.
Wow.
18 years.
Yeah. Yeah, you know a lot of kids.
Yes.
Thank you.
Those are the ones driving through the intersection.
One other question I had, shouldn't he have a stop sign? Shouldn't he have a stop sign? You want a stop sign in your?
No,
Oh, you
We had one. We had one, but he.
You don't like it,
I
okay.
don't like it.
Whatever he wants.
Yeah.
yeah, I had one for the first week, and it was like, I've done this for so many years, I don't need a stop sign. And it was beating me to death with the wind.
Oh, sure. They know what you mean.
Yeah, no, thank you.
That's great.
And the other one,
We had Jason Hogue is our other one.
yep, Jason is at a basketball game right tonight. That's part of it. He's a teacher at the middle school. And a part of the project that he had with another school was to raise funds for the American Heart Association. And with him in the school district, they raised $1,612. And when they calculate that on the Heart Association, for every $50 raised, saves one life. So there was 32 lives saved with the donations from our community and stuff, and it was headed up by Mr. White.
Yeah, it's fabulous.
Yeah.
Good.
We'll send it over to him.
All right, thank you. Next on the agenda is information, Mr. Darling.
Yes, first thing, each of you will have, we do this every year, is our district annual report and this is from our last year, and it's divided up in different categories. The first page part is administration. It has like the enrollment, calendar, salary schedule, teacher contracts, classified staff contracts, staff leave. This book is very helpful when you want to look up, different, who we hire, who we don't, what's going on with the schools, our budget. If you go to the next part, it's our instructional component, and it goes by the green or yellow cup, the second yellow. And that's instructional. That has our annual progress report that we send in the state. We have the elementary, middle school, and high school reports. And we have the activities directors reports. And it goes from referrals to how many credits we have to what we did new to the school, to what's the ratio of teacher to students, all those different components. So we have the instructional part. Then if you look to the third divider, it's the yellow, it's with finance. And this is the part that we fill out with our accountants. And the state, it has a cash summary, the unspent, the solvency ratio, debt service, tax information, budgets, and scholarship funds. If you'd like to know where some people's scholarship funds, who got them, they're in there too. So this is a very helpful. I use this a lot. I know the principals use this a lot to figure out, or what did we do, this year, or who is it that, got this scholarship, or what was our budget last year? That's more of my side. I don't think any of the principals are saying that one, but, and then the last part is the transportation, food service, and insurance. How much we pay, what do we pay for, and the different components that are new, old, with those areas. So it's a very helpful book for everybody. And, it's like this, the financial part is all with the auditors and the state report, so those are factual information. The principles, it's data from the past and then the future. We have number of graduates in 1986 to today. So it, has a lot of information in here. So this is probably something that I go to a lot. I have it tabbed, as you can see. And I open it, and if any patron would like to see it, we're happy to show it to them. It's nothing that in fact, a lot of it, we kind of take pride in. How many Alpha graduates do we have? Right here. Those type of items. Middle school. So,
Did you say, is this on the website?
not yet. Not yet. This one isn't, no.
It'll get posted there
Yeah.
sometime.
Yep. Yep.
Nice.
So, very good informational item.
Yeah.
And we still do it as a hard copy because, know that you guys go home and, free time, you want to steady up, right here it is. We'll have a quiz when you come back in January over this.
Open book, I hope.
The next thing that I'd like to talk to you about, and I just feel very good about this, and very appreciative of the community, the students, the teachers, the staff, everybody involved. And it's our district report card. Last week, they submitted the district report card. They submitted the scores of ratings of 1,344 schools. For instance, in our AEA is pretty big, Prairie Lakes. In Prairie Lake, there was only one school district that had high-performing exceptional, that only had 2 schools in it in their district, and that was Humboldt. The high school was the only one in our AEA that got the high-performing test score or performance rating. There was only 3 elementaries in our AEA that received it, and we were one of 3. And that's our AEA. You know, I think of some other schools advertising a lot for, spending a lot of money for advertising and stuff. Not one of those schools in our area were high performing or exceptional. So that's good. Of our conference did not have anyone that was high performing or exceptional, except for Humboldt. And not only did we have 1, but we had 2. And then if you compare that, the high school and the elementary got high performing, and then the middle school got commendable, and if you do all 3 of those together, of the 1,344 schools and then school districts, there was only 15 school districts in the state that had that combination. So we're one of the 15 top schools, districts in the state of Iowa. And then if you look at the schools with with our performing stuff of the high school and the elementary stuff, we're talking about the top 10% of our state. So you know, it's not only just the high school, it's the middle school and the elementary. Because you just don't get a high score without having a good base in the middle school or the elementary. You gotta have that firm base. And, you know, it's a very much a product of our culture of what's developed and stuff, you know. We get Twin Rivers kids, we got open enrollment kids, we have St. Mary's kids that are a big part of it too. But the staff, I commend the teachers for their hard work and dedication. They put in a lot of extra work to make sure that our students get the best they can. Is there room for improvement? I've always said, yeah, there's room, because I would like to be one of the 3 of the 33 schools that are exceptional too. You know, but that is another day, and we'll work to that. But I just think the administrators, the board, for offering the different progressive activities that we're doing, professional development. And there's the professional development that we're doing. The 3 of the top performing, and in fact exceptional, 2 of the exceptionals were of AIW schools, the same professional development we're doing. So there is maybe a correlation there why the high performing schools are doing the things that we're doing with AIW. There was 106 high performing, and we were 2 of the 106 out of 1,344. But it's just, going through the stats and stuff, I just kept getting goosebumps because I felt really good about everyone involved. You know, our community, I sent you one of the many that I've received from some of the people after they figure it out, and I hope they hear about it. You know, we always hear a lot of bashing about schools, but I think there's a lot of great things going on right now. So, thank you to the students, thank you to the staff, teachers, administrators, community, and to the board. It is a joint effort. It just doesn't come from one person. And I think it's really a great tribute to our school district, being the best in the state of Iowa, and compare our scores with other scores. So, administrators, do you have anything to say, because you're a big part of it?
We all ought to be jumping up and down.
How many districts are in Iowa?
Districts, there's what, 300?
300 something, yeah.
302, what?
Not 400, but not 300, so, but then the reason you keep saying, or you say 1,000, it's the number of schools.
That's the.
Right,
Buildings.
Right.
yep. Yeah, there's 1,300.
Yeah, it's exciting. And,
Schools.
But around 300 and.
There's over 300.
320, 330.
Something like that for districts.
328, is that what you said when we had blue ribbon?
It sounds right. I mean, it's, I know it's closer to 300 than 400, and yes, our district needs to be excited, and teachers patting themselves on the back, and we shoot joys of shouts for them too, and their staff, and their teachers and students. You said it. It's definitely something to celebrate.
I know that Ms. Westhouse went through some of the statistics too.
Yeah, can you identify trends or why, what schools are doing? Is there a consistent theme why the good ones are the way they are versus the ones
Well, I think
that
I said
aren't
one.
quite,
You
you
wanna-
know,
Well, AIW is definitely one, I mean, that's a big reason.
that sticks out?
But it also, you know, you can look at some of the demographics of the school districts that tend to score a little higher, and some of those demographics are what make a difference too, I think.
In what
So,
way? What demographic?
if you look, comparing our school district to some of the other school districts, we probably have, for the high school level, we probably have fewer students on free and reduced lunch. We probably have fewer minority students in our district, fewer ELL students in our district compared to some of the other districts that are out there. So, I think that gives us a little bit of an edge.
Elementary student achievement data is high,
Yeah.
which we've talked to the board about before, you know, high performing. But that was definitely,
Yeah, I mean, our
PBIS, Obeas,
Also, I think.
attendance is part of it.
Well, I think Tamla can allude of our curriculum. In the last 5, 6 years, we've really delved in curriculum.
Mhm.
So those Wednesdays, that's probably another thing of consistency of a true PD, you know, every week to where you have to be on your, you know, on your game to make sure you're on what you're doing. So I would say, you know, the two things that really you always hear that make true impact with data is strong curriculum and then professional development. Those are the two components time after
Yeah.
time you hear.
Strength of the teachers in the classroom.
Yep.
being Supported by good professional development, have the curriculum materials that they need.
Longevity of service
Oh,
in the
yeah.
district was another thing that they looked at, and, you know, we don't have a lot of turnover. Our staff are good, they come, they stay, and they do a good job, and they work hard, so that's important.
Yeah, I just think there's just celebration for
And
our community.
attendance was in there as well.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah. Lower elementary is not part of the equation in any of the school districts, the whole formula they use. But, as Mr. Bowden said, you need a strong base to work from, to build from.
When they say college readiness, what's that mean? Just the amount of dual credit classes we offer, or?
And how well you do on some of your assessments, are you ready for college level work? So are you taking the upper level courses, are you taking the algebra 2s and the chemistries and some of those upper level courses to prepare you for the rigor, and the AP courses to prepare you for the rigor of college?
I just think it's, you know, kudos go to everyone. That's great. I mean,